What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I am here to talk about the pound for pound top 15 contenders in the UFC. Now, obviously a big contentious issue among MMA fans is always going to be the pound for pound top 15, ranking the best champions and fighters in the sport. Today, I want to make a list like that with no champions on it. Just ranking the best contenders from all of the divisions based on their skill set, based on who they've beat, other people that are on that list, how well I think they're going to do against the champion as well. That's kind of my ranking on this. A lot of this is just performance based, how good I think they are, how good their chances are against the champion of that division, and how they compare to other people from other weight classes. All right, man. Let's get into this, dude. All right, man. I'm excited to talk about this, dude. Coming in at number 15. I'm going to throw fucking Rufus on here, dude. We're going to throw Justin Gaethje on here, dude. Listen, bro, I know Gaethje has this magical effect on MMA fans where if he wins a fight, he becomes extremely overrated. And the second he loses a fight, people act like this guy belongs in street beefs. It's actually crazy the effect that Gaethje has on MMA fans. Going into the Holloway fight, I remember people being like, bro, this is the end of Max Holloway's career. He's fucked. Soon as that fight's over, bro, cut Gaethje from the UFC. It's actually crazy work, but I'm going to throw him in here at number 15 because he did beat Dustin Poirier not that long ago with a pretty nasty head kick. He beat Rafael Fiziev, and he lost to Max Holloway. And I feel like he's about to beat Dan Hooker and probably challenge for the belt. So I'm going to put Gaethje in at number 15. He has some pretty good wins on his resume in the lightweight division. I think he has literally no chance against Islam Makhachev or Arman Tsarukyan, but I'm going to give him his props. I'm going to throw him in here at number 15. Now, let's move on to number 14. You can probably hear the smile on my face, dude, because listen, kid, let me tell you about Jack Della Maddalena. Listen, this guy's the most badass welterweight contender in the UFC. Oh my god, man. Where do I even start, man? JDM, Jack Della Maddalena. I'm going to put him in at number 14 because he is currently undefeated in the UFC. He's beat some ranked opposition in the UFC. Obviously, his last win, he finished Gilbert Burns, which Bilal Muhammad, the current UFC champion, could not do. And Khamzat Chimaev couldn't do that as well back in his prime. So I'm going to give JDM his props. I'm going to put him in here at number 14. He hasn't faced the best competition in the welterweight division. Burns was a big jump up for him from beating Kevin Holland as well. So we can't put him much higher. I'm going to try and be unbiased. I'm going to throw my boy in at number 14 here on the list. And guys, stay tuned because I'm working on something big for the channel involving JDM. Let's just say that. All right, dude. Moving on now. Let's go to number 13 here. And this is another one I'm very excited to put on the list. Listen, kid, let me tell you about this kid, Big Ank. All right, now I know that it's kind of controversial to put Ankalaev at 13, but realistically, dude, do I think he's gonna beat Alex Pereira? Yes. Am I like 100% take it to the grave, put the gun on my head, pull the trigger if Big Ank doesn't win? No, bro. No. Okay. Big Ank, great wrestler. Great striker. I think he's a terrible matchup for Alex Pereira. But at the same time, this is light heavyweight that we're talking about. Like, this is a video. You need to understand, this is a video with fucking lightweight, bantamweight, flyweight, featherweight. These are some of the best, most skillful divisions with multiple former champions in the top of them. I think that Ankalaev definitely is one of the best contenders in the UFC. 110% the best contender right now in the light heavyweight division. But overall, I don't rate the division that highly. Like, I don't rate Alex Pereira's wins that highly. I think that his best win is Israel Adesanya. And same goes for other guys like Yuri Prohaska and stuff like that. He was an honorable mention for me on this list, but I'm going to throw Magomed Ankalaev on here. I think if he beats Alex Pereira, he deserves to be high on the real pound-for-pound list, but we're talking about a list here with fucking Sean O'Malley, JDM, Charles Oliveira, some of the biggest, most skillful names in the sport. I'm going to put Ankalaev respectfully at number 13. Shout out to Big Ank. I'm excited to go to the favelas with Big Ank. He's personally invited me to invade the favelas on horseback after UFC 313. So I will accept that honor. We will be doing the interview very soon in the favelas. But yeah, dude, let's move on to number 12 on my list. I'll put this fucking blockhead on the screen. All right, dude, listen, man. Shavkat, what's the question? What do I think of Shavkat? Yeah, whatever. What am I supposed to say? The kid won his last fight. Whatever. Who cares? I'm going to put Shavkat at number 12. Now, the reason that he's above JDM, even though I usually glaze JDM over Shavkat Rakhmonov, is just being objective. They fought pretty much the same level of competition. I would say Gilbert Burns is a better win than any of Shavkat's wins, except for maybe Ian Gary. And he didn't finish Ian Gary. It was a close fight, but he finished the other fighters that he fought, right? Like Wonderboy, Jeff Neal, Neil Magny. Are these wins that I'm like, oh my god, man, call the cops, bro, Bilal's fucked? No. But they are ranked contenders, and Shavkat did finish them. So for that reason, the run that he's on, the finishes that he's gotten in the rankings of the top 15, you have to put him here on the list at number 12, all right? I feel like that's pretty fair. I had him a bit higher, but then I shuffled things around a little bit. I'm going to put him here, all right, dude? Coming up next at number 11, I'm going to throw fucking mini Nate Diaz on here, bro. I'm going to throw mini Royval on here, bro. This is a hardcore pick. Real hardcores, we're putting Brandon Royval pound for pound. That's what we do around here, man. On everyone's soul, Brandon Royval's pound for pound top 11, bro. Nah. But I'm going to put him up here, bro. He's on a fucking good run right now. This guy's schooling undefeated contenders like Tatsuro Taira. He's schooled Brandon Moreno, former fucking champion. The toughest test for Pantoja, except for Figueiredo, was Brandon Moreno. And Brandon Royval fucking schooled him in his last fight. He did lose twice to Pantoja, but he has wins over other contenders like Kai Kara France in the division as well, and Tim Elliott. So I'm going to say that Brandon Royval really is clearly the best flyweight contender. And me personally, I don't know about you guys, I rank Pantoja quite highly pound for pound. I'm pretty sure I had him like 6 or 7 on my top 20 pound for pound best UFC fighters. Like fixing that ranking, I had Pantoja 6 or 7. So it's only fair that the best contender in that division, the only person that's really beating the other contenders that Pantoja is beating, Brandon Royval, I've got to give him his props. I've got to put him up here at number 11. All right, dude. Now we move into the top 10 of the pound for pound best contenders. And this might be a controversial pick, but I simply do not give a fuck, yeah? Dustin P-Head. I'm going to put fucking P-Head Poirier at number 10, dude. I know that he just lost to Islam Makhachev and he's coming off a win over Benoit Scamdeniz, but this is a guy that has wins over Max Holloway. This is a guy that has a win over Justin Gaethje. This is a guy that did so well against Islam Makhachev despite how terrible that fucking matchup is for him. You look at other contenders in the division, like Renato Moicano, that people glaze as top 5 worthy competition in the lightweight division. That's not me making shit up. That's a fact. I remember before the fucking Dariush fight, people are talking about Moicano like he's top 5 worthy. The second he gets booked against Islam Makhachev, dude, I mean, come on, dude. Why are we glazing, bro? It's just Moicano that Makhachev destroyed in a round. Versus look what Poirier did against him. So how do you not put this kid top 10 pound for pound? I'm going to put Poirier in at number 10 in the pound for pound best contenders in the UFC. He's probably got 1 or 2 fights left. I do think he's going to win his retirement fight unless it's something fucked up like, I don't know, like a welterweight or Charles Oliveira or something. I think he's going to win his retirement fight. And I feel Poirier still deserves to be credited as one of the best lightweight contenders in the UFC right now, which is the best, like, skillful division. I think middleweight is the best division in terms of how it operates, how entertaining the fights are, you know, the championship picture. But when you're talking about straight skill, for me, lightweight is the best division. I know people rate bantamweight. I don't really rate it as high as lightweight. And I think Poirier deserves his credit for what he's capable of. All right, dude. Now, moving on to number 9. Sorry, I just got a YouTube comment. What is this shit? You cannot tell me that Chimaev would have not ragdolled Paul Craig unlike bot Nickelback. I don't know what that means. Let's move on though. Number 9, we're gonna put Nastin Imavov in here, bro. We're gonna enter a new glaze victim on the channel. You guys thought it was over, bro. You thought that, oh, Nastin Imavov's safe. Nah, dude. Now I'm gonna start glazing this guy. We'll see how fucking lucky he gets in his next fight, dude. I'm gonna put Nastin Imavov at number 9. KOing Israel Adesanya, KOing Jared Cannonier, beating Brendan Allen on an 8-fight win streak. This guy is one of the best and most deserving contenders of a title shot in the entire UFC. Especially when you look at the fact that he's coming from a year in 2023 where it was like no contest, he loses to fucking Sean Strickland, right? To bounce back the way that he has and get the wins that he's gotten, Nobody does that to Israel Adesanya. So I'm going to give fucking Nasruddin Imavov his props. I'm going to put him in here at number 9 on the pound for pound best contenders in the UFC. And yeah, man, I'm actually, I know that I've made videos in the past being like, listen, dude, Imavov's kind of boring in terms of his personality, which is a fact. Like, he's just a bot, but there's nothing wrong with that, dude. Like, he's a good fighter. He's entertaining. He's got good wins. I'm excited to see him fight Chimaev and DDP. A rematch with Strickland, we can probably give that a miss. But yeah, dude, Nasruddin Imavov, I'm on the train, bro. I'm going to put him top 10 pound for pound on my contenders list, all right? Moving on now to number 8 on the list. Here's the fucking thing, you guys. I fucking beat Imavov already, you guys. I beat the fucking Frenchman, you guys. Let's fucking go, dude. I fucking went to war with this guy, dude. I'm putting Sean Strickland number 8, man. I'm putting Sean Strickland number 8. There's too much fucking disrespect on this guy's name. This is literally the guy that schooled prime Israel Adesanya when he just KO'd Alex Pereira. Please explain to me how this, like, I know for a fact there would be people that would rank Nasruddin Imavov above Sean Strickland in a list like this if they made one. I know that for a fact, bro. It's only because Sean Strickland's annoying as fuck on Twitter, which, again, I always have to say this. I understand that. Don't make this out as like I'm some blob sitting on the couch. Dude, Sean Strickland's so fucking cool, man. Dude, Sean Strickland rides a motorcycle, man. I like him, dude. I'm just stating facts, bro. This is probably the best middleweight contender in the division except for Khamzat Chimaev, who I'll talk about later. He's schooled Israel Adesanya. He's schooled Paulo Costa. He fucking arguably beat Dricus du Plessis. He beat Nasruddin Imavov on short notice coming off the couch. Imavov was on a full camp for a fight. Sean Strickland showed up on short notice on his fucking motorcycle and beat him, dude. This, like people don't talk about facts when they talk about this shit. They just talk about their feelings with shit like this, man. I hate to go full fucking Ben Shapiro on you, dude, but facts don't care about your feelings, kid, all right? Sean Strickland's number 8. Let's move on, bro, before I fucking get tilted, bro. Moving on to number 7. Now, from here on, this is arguably from 8 on. This is former champion, or I think this guy will win the belt, or could win the belt in their next fight, level fighters. Like Sean Strickland, former middleweight champion. I think he's perfectly capable of beating Dricus du Plessis at UFC 312. The next guy on my list at number 7, I'm going to put Petr Yan, because I know that I've said in the past that like bantamweight's kind of overrated, but at the same time, Petr Yan is one of the most skillful UFC fighters of all time. That's a fact. Former UFC champion, great wins in the division, was beating Aljamain Sterling in the first fight, beat Jose Aldo, beat fucking Corey Sandhagen, lost to Sean O'Malley. That's tough. You know, beat Davison Figueiredo. That's a great interdivisional type of win. I'm going to put Petr Yan here based on his skill set, based on his performances, based on his resume, and based on the momentum that he has. Like, I think this guy is literally one fight away from fighting for the belt. And do I think he beats Merab? No. Do I think he could beat an Umar Nurmagomedov, a Sean O'Malley, like guys like that in a 5-round fight? Yes, I definitely do. So for me, I got to put Petr Yan here. I got to give him his props, all right, man? And right above him, because he has a win over him, and also because he did way better against Merab, dude, imagine not putting me top 5, man. Schmidt, you seriously think I'm top 5 pound for pound? I'm putting Sean O'Malley over Petr Yan, dude. I know people are mad. I know you're mad. One time in your life, rewatch that fight. Sean O'Malley, I'm going to put him here at number 6. Former bantamweight champion, KO'd the bantamweight go Aljamain Sterling before Merab came along and fucking yapped it up, dude. He got Aljo up out of there in 2 rounds easily. Had Merab fanboying, hey O'Malley, let's fight, bro. Hey O'Malley, I'm over here. I don't work for UFC, bro. I'm fighter, bro. Look, I wear your jacket. You know what I mean? He was fanboying out of Sean O'Malley, dude. I can't blame him, bro. Sean O'Malley has aura, kid. Nah, listen, bro. Sean O'Malley, one of the best strikers in the entire sport, arguably top 3 strikers in the UFC. Let's just be fucking real here. Right up there with Petr Yan in terms of his skill set, especially on the feet. He's improved his cardio. He's improved his grappling. He did better against Merab than arguably anybody. Let's be fucking real here. He hurt Merab in round 5. He did the best. It's either him or Umar that did the best against Merab. And I think he could beat Petr Yan in a 5-round rematch. I think you could honestly convince yourself and gaslight yourself if you're a super O'Malley glazer that he could beat Merab in a rematch. I wouldn't pick him in a rematch. I'm just saying I would consider it. I would fence it really hard for that fight. I'm just going to be real with you, bro. So I'm going to put Sean O'Malley here at number 7. Or number 6, excuse me. All right? Now, we enter the top 5. These are the 5 best contenders in the UFC right now. These are the 5 most skillful, most dangerous, most accomplished contenders that I think have a very good chance to do well against the current champion of the division or become champion. All right, coming in and all the other contenders, like I think these guys beat every other contender in their division. That's really what it is. All right, dude. Coming in at number 5. I big do Bronx. I thank you so much. I big champion. This champion has a name of Charles Oliveira, brother. I'm going to put Charles at number 5, bro. I'm going to put myself here on the list. I think that Charles Oliveira doing so well against Arman Tsarukyan, beating Beneil Dariush when he was on that 8-fight winning streak, beating the fuck out of Michael Chandler. That was crazy. Like, not only beating him up, but out-wrestling him, showing improved defense, improved cardio, improved, fighting 5 rounds for the first time in his UFC career. This is an improved Charles Oliveira. I don't think he ever beats Islam Makhachev, but I do think in a 5-round fight, you could see him beat Arman Tsarukyan. He already beat up Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje. You know what I'm saying? I think him versus Max Holloway is a super interesting fight. I don't rate beating Michael Chandler too highly. I think that's a fight that you're supposed to finish, especially on Michael Chandler coming off a huge layoff. So I'm going to put Charles here at number 5, and he did lose to Arman Tsarukyan. I know a lot of people claim robbery on that. It's just not true. So at number 4, I'm going to put Arman Tsarukyan. This guy's pound for pound better than Charles Oliveira. I really believe that. I really do. I think this guy has the best chance to beat Makhachev. And I bring you this. He's drinking coffee in LA. That's a real thing. I'm putting Arman at 4, bro. I know that people think, and let's be real here. I don't even think people actually believe this. I think it's just dead ass bias because you look at the way that fans act towards Arman Tsarukyan versus the way fans act towards Charles Oliveira. Both of them pulled out of a title fight against Islam Makhachev with an injury. One of them, oh, dude, I hope Charles gets the title back, man. Dude, they should give Charles his title shot again. Arman Tsarukyan pulls out with an injury. Dude, oh, fuck Arman Tsarukyan, bro. That's what you get for trying to impress the Huz. I know that it's like kind of different circumstances, but still, it is kind of weird how one of them, people are like, dude, just cut him from the fucking sport, bro. And the other one, dude, I hope Charles gets his title shot, man. You know what I mean? And when they fought, people are literally glazing these fucking submission attempts as if that wins you a fight when the other guy is landing damaging elbows, out-striking you, out-wrestling you, winning 80% of the fight. The way that people score these fights is so cooked, man. It's like the people that gave O'Malley the fight over Merab. Literally one punch or one sequence should not win you an entire round. I think it's just fucking ridiculous. And if you actually watch the sport and you actually use your functioning brain power, you know that Arman Tsarukyan beat Charles Oliveira. You know that. All right, dude? And you know that Arman Tsarukyan is the toughest test in the lightweight division right now to beat Islam Makhachev. That's a fact, bro. If anybody in that lightweight top 15 is beating Islam Makhachev, it is Arman Tsarukyan. So I'm going to put him at number 4. I hope that he gets to bounce back soon because the disrespect is actually crazy, man. People act like this guy fucking is scared of Islam. And the people that saw the Moicano fight and are like, this is what would have happened to Arman Tsarukyan. How dumb do you have to, like, are you fucking trolling, bro? You gotta be trolling, man. All right, now, we move on to number 3, and this might be controversial. Hey, listen, brother, it is what it is, brother. Hey, October 26th, we're gonna find out if I'm good enough, brother. Hey, listen, we're gonna find out. I'm putting Max at 3, bro. This is one of the greatest featherweights of all time. He fucking schooled Justin Gaethje, which Dustin Poirier couldn't do. Dustin Poirier, who's one of the toughest fights of Islam Makhachev, couldn't do it. Max Holloway did it. 49-46 and KO'd him out cold. Face planted him. Changed his entire fucking career. You have to give Max Holloway props for that. He did very good against Ilia Topuria as well. Arguably better than Volkanovski. And pretty much everybody else that's for Ilia Topuria. I think that Max Holloway cleared out the featherweight division as a contender, and now at lightweight, I would pick him to beat Charles Oliveira. I would pick him to beat Dustin Poirier. Even if he fought Alexander Volkanovski at lightweight, I honestly would pick Max Holloway, bro. I feel he's going to have a real career, like, not resurgence, because he hasn't fallen off. He just lost to Ilya, but I think Max is going to have a second, like, career at lightweight. I think he's going to go on a very good run, and I think he beats most of the guys in that division. Maybe Arman Tsarukyan beats him, but I honestly think that his size would be a little bit of a factor against him, against Max Holloway, and his cardio, because Max Holloway, he's not as good on the ground as like fucking Charles Oliveira or Islam Makhachev whatsoever, but he is very hard to hold down, and he pushes a way higher pace than both of those guys. And I think against Arman Tsarukyan, that's the type of fight that he slows down in. So I'm going to say Max Holloway is the third best right now because he has interdivisional wins at featherweight, at lightweight. He's beat pound for pound great fighters. He's a former reigning dominant champion in the featherweight division. And he has a lot of steam going into 155 based on the fact that he beat Justin Gaethje pretty easily. So I'm going to put Max Holloway at 3. I know that's a little bit controversial, but it is what it is, dude. Coming in at number 2, I'm the top of guy. It is what it is. People doubt me against Ilya. I watch what happens. I'm not going to get KO'd in the second round this time. I'm looking to get out of there in the first or the third, Nah, listen, I'm not going to diss Volk. I actually think Volk's going to do good against Ilya in this rematch. I feel like I'm psyoping myself. I don't know if the Lucas Tracy interview fucking influenced me or what it is, or maybe it's just the Australian blood in my veins. The longer that we go until this Ilya fight, the more I'm thinking, hold on a second, Volk was actually winning the boxing in that fight until he got backed up to the fence. Am I crazy that Volkanovski, like I said in my other video, I forget which video it was, dude. If he gets rid of the gay body kicks and the head kicks that made him back up, that Ilya was countering heavily, if he goes out there and he fucking pumps his, like, Planet of the Apes reach advantage, pumps the jab, starts emoting on Ilya, making him, I'm too fast for ya. I'm just too fast for you, Ilya. You can't touch me, bro. I'm too fast for you. Just goes out there, starts emoting on him, boxing with him, mixing in takedowns. I think Volkanovski can actually win multiple rounds off Ilya Poirier. And I think that's more than could be said for guys like honorable mentions on this list. Diego Lopez, Movsar Evloev, guys like that. I think the only person at featherweight that actually, right now, I would say this guy can win rounds off Ilya and do really good against him, especially with adjustments from fighting him already. It's only Volkanovski. That's not even talking about the fact that he has 3 wins over Max Holloway as it is, who, like I said, is probably one of my top 2 contenders at lightweight right now. One of the greatest featherweights of all time. Volkanovski beat him 3 times dominantly in that third fight as well. And the first fight was a 50-45, but people acted like it was a rub. I don't know why. Volkanovski, resume, wins in his division, skill set, all of this stuff, you have to put him at number 2. If he loses to Ilya, I think he's completely done. Like, if he gets chinned, I think that everything I'm saying about him, it just doesn't really matter when the chin goes away. But I think with some time off and a readjusted game plan and some time to get his head straight, I think he's actually going to do really good against Ilya Poirier. And he's going to bounce back. And I think, too, if he doesn't take too much damage, this is the last thing I'll say, I think he beats all these other guys ranked below him at featherweight. I do think Unk still has it. That's what I got to say. All right? So now, we've covered 15 through 2, the number 1 pound-for-pound contender in the UFC right now. The guy that I think is the most dangerous, the most skillful, the most ready to win the belt in their division. Just the bet, like, if I match this guy up with anybody in the division, I think he wins. People are going to call me a glazer for this, but literally, tell me how I'm wrong. Kamaru Usman, Robert Whittaker, back-to-back. Gilbert Burns in the division. Every single other fighter that he's fought, including Robert Whittaker, he has literally beat them with 1-0 strikes taken. He is the best wrestler in the UFC, even against Kamaru Usman, where people act like he lost, which he didn't. He goes out there against a guy with 98% takedown defense or some ridiculous number like that. Every single round in that fight on short notice, he takes him down. As soon as he needs to take him down, he's able to. He can force bad shots against amazing wrestlers and still control them, still ragdoll them, still take them down easily. He destroyed Robert Whittaker so fucking badly that people that picked him seem like idiots for picking him. Even though Robert Whittaker is one of the greatest middleweights of all time. People now will laugh at you if you go, yo, bro, I picked Whittaker by TKO against Chimaev. It became a meme on my channel of people picking Whittaker because I knew that Chimaev is just too good. This is the most dangerous middleweight on the planet. This guy beats Hamzat. This guy beats... not Hamzat. I mean, he could as well. He's that good. He beats Dricus. He beats Sean Strickland. He beats everyone else in the division. That is a fact. I'm sorry. I just will never see this guy losing. The only guy that I think could beat him is like Rainier Derrida. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, bro. But yeah, dude, this is my pound for pound top 15 best contenders in the UFC. Couple of hot takes in this. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe to the channel, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video, man. Goodbye.